Hi, boys and girls. This is our third day of doing just the letter O, and it will also be the last day for the week for the letter O. Next week, we'll move on to our next letter, which will be, here's the letter O. After the letter O, it will be letter P. I hope you've been doing your name every day, writing it and tracing it, and also the letter 0 and the number 2, and putting your letters together and your numbers to 10, reading your nursery rhymes if you still have them, and either listening to a book on YouTube of the ones I've sent you, or having someone at home read to you, or you read a book. Let's get started. Let's start with our sounds. Hands up. A says apple. B says bunny. C says cook. D says doll. E says elephant. F says fish. G says goat. H says hippo. I says inchworm. J says jungle. K says kangaroo. L says lion. M says monkey. N says nurse. And O says octopus. Let's say our ABCs by following along on the chart. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now let's count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let's count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is the number we've been practicing making on our packets, the number 2. Right here I have the number 2, and here I have the number 2. Next week we'll move on and learn how to make the number 3. Up here, let's say our shapes. When I point to them, you tell me what they are. Circle, oval, rectangle, square, triangle, heart, diamond or rhombus, star, and hexagon. All right, ready for phonemic awareness or getting ready to read? I say 2 words, you repeat them. If they rhyme, thumbs up. If they don't rhyme, thumbs down. Town, clown. Yes, they rhyme. Cry, high. Yes. Child, mild. Yes. Do you know what mild means? It means not too strong or not too harsh. The weather is mild when you can go outside without a coat, or it's not too hot or not too cold. If you're eating something like a taco or chili, something that might be spicy, if it's not too spicy, you might call it mild. All right. Now, then. No, those do not rhyme. What word would rhyme with now? How about cow? Now, cow. Do you hear the rhyme? And then the word then. What's a word that would rhyme with then? When, bin, fin, chin. A lot of words rhyme with then. All right, 2 words in the beginning sound. Put your hands up and do it with me. Quick, quest, qua. That's a funny sound, qua. We'll learn that in about 2 more weeks. The letter Q. Sound, sun, s. Vine, visit, v. Yell, yolk, ya. Do you know what a yolk is? A yolk, one way you could say the word yolk is if you open an egg, the yellow part that's in the middle, or the orangey part, that's called the yolk. It's also something to do with animals on a farm, something they wear, kind of like a big collar. Zip, zinc, z. And zinc is a material that people take sometimes as a vitamin, helps them be strong and healthy. All right, 2 sounds, put them together and make a word. Let's say the 2 sounds first. Qua, ick, quick. Ka, and, can. Ya, el, yell. Wa, in, when. Ha, av, have. Middle sound. Can, head, wish, pop, rug, Now we say the word and then the sounds that make up the word. Say the word down, duh, down. Tap, ta, app, tap. Bed, ba, ed, bed. Lock, l, ock, lock. Jump, j, ump, jump. Our poem this week is Wee Willie Winkie, and this time I'm going to read it and leave off the last word. I'll actually pause or wait a second and let you say the word before I can say it, hopefully. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs, in his night gown, rapping at the window and crying through the lock. Are the children all in bed? For now it's 8 o'clock. Did you get to finish your picture yesterday? I hope you did a nice job and didn't just scribble it. I don't care if it's perfect. I just want you to do better than you did last time you colored. All right, let's look at today's writing. And today's writing will be the letter O and the number 2. And then you'll also write your name. Let's practice it by tracing with our finger. Put your finger up in the air and do it with me. Start at the dot and go over, down, up. O. Up, down, up, O. Up, down, up, O. And then let's practice the number 2. Up, down, over, 2. Start at the dot, up, down, over, 2. And when you're making the letters and the numbers on your paper, make sure you trace as nicely as you can. And some of the letters might have black and red. Remember, we always do black first, then the red line, and then there might be a green line. If there's a green line, you do that last. And I'm going to put some circle magnets on my tin frame, and I'm going to put this many. 2. I can either put them on the top or the bottom, or if I turn my tin frame vertically, I can put them on the left or the right. It's always easier if you try to start by putting them on one side. And what do I mean by easier? I don't mean it's easier to put them on. I mean it's easier to count. Because if I put my circles like this, that's really hard to count since that one fell. If I put my circles like that, you kind of have to look at it carefully and not miss one of them. But if I put both of the circles together, You can tell just looking at it that there's two. You don't have to count it, you just look and see there's two. And also, I think yellow is sometimes hard to see. So if you're writing something and you want someone to see it, or you're doing something on the board and you want someone to see it, I wouldn't use yellow. I would use a darker color. Like for instance, red shows up really nicely up here. So that would be 2. I could also show you another vocabulary word I've been wanting to teach you, and it's called skip. Now sometimes we skip when we go to the gym, where we use one foot, hop on it, then switch to the other foot, hop on it. That's how you skip. But if you skip things in school, if I were going to skip a square, I would put a circle in the first square, skip a square. That means I'm not going to put anything in it. And then I would put a circle in the next square. And if I was going to skip the next the next space or square, I would skip this one and not put anything in it and put one over here. So when you skip something, that means you miss it, or you don't give it a turn, or you don't use it. For instance, if I was going down the list of kids in our class and I didn't say your name and I said everybody else's name, you could say, Miss Mary, you skipped me. That's how you could use that word. All right, so you know what your homework is for today. Letters or numbers, nursery rhyme, reading it, coloring it, write your name and the number 2 and the letter 0. And you either put this or your numbers together, and then either listen to a book on the YouTube channel that I gave you, the YouTube playlist, or find a book that you yourself can tell a story from looking at the pictures or read. And I gave you a set of bells and a puppet. And I told you that I'm having trouble with my voice, so I can't sing songs with you or read stories and use funny voices because it just won't work right now. But I would love for you to use your puppet when you're listening to the videos and songs. Make your puppet sing. And maybe if you're reading a book, have your puppet make up a funny voice. Give your puppet a name, and then give that puppet a special voice that you use when you read stories. And also, if a song comes on that you want to dance to on the videos, put your bells either on your wrist or your ankle. And I'll see you next week.